during the break. A little disappointed in the number of fans from Taylorville up here tonight, Don. You would have thought on a nice evening like this, playing good competition, that the fans would have made the short trip up here.
Well, maybe it's just the point now that we're not quite used to coming up to Springfield, but it really is a little disappointing to see that we do have some loyal fans over there, but we need a little bit more of a turnout for these young people.
Probably could find more Taylorville people out of White Oaks right now than you can find out here at the ball game.
I imagine so.
Okay, we're just about ready to get things going. It looks like Taylorville is going to defend the goal to our right. That would be the south goal here at Memorial Stadium, as we look onto the field with Lamphere Ballpark in the background from our vantage point. And of course, Lamphere High School directly behind us. It looks like Sacred Heart Griffin will kick off, so the Tornadoes will have the first offensive possession to start this evening's action. As we said, this is the 8th game of this 9-game schedule for the Taylorville Tornadoes. And as Don explained, Sacred Heart Griffin, of course, wanting to extend their season by getting into the playoffs. Lamphere, of course, being the conference champion, will be in the playoffs. Springfield High School may still have an outside chance, but Griffin with a very definite chance of getting in. And I was reading in the paper the other day the difference in the sizes of the two schools between Sacred Heart Griffin and Lamphere, that they may be in different classes.
That's right. Lamphere will probably go into the 5A classification, and of course Griffin will be in 4A. And of course we've moved up in, we used to be playing mostly against 3A schools. Now we're up with the 4 and 5A schools.
So the Taylorville Tornadoes will have the opportunity to return the ball first, as Griffin prepares to kick off. They're all huddled up at the center of the field along their 40, and now they'll spread out and we'll have the kick. We're unable to get a roster of the Sacred Heart Griffin ball players, so we have are about the top 6 offensive players that we expect to hear from tonight. And here's the kick. It's going to be fielded on the far side at the 20 to the 25, up to the 30, and down at about the 28 probably on that far side of the field. On the return, I believe it was Ben Hamrick over there.
I believe it was. I believe it was one of our ends that got the ball, or at least a flanker back over there, and moved it up pretty good.
Taylorville will start at their own 28-yard line, first down and 10 to get things underway here this evening for Jeb Odom and company. And the Tornadoes are going to come right out in the shotgun with a lone setback. That's Derek Meadows right next to Jeb Odom. Flanker wide to the left, man in the slot to the right side. Odom calling the signals from that shotgun, drops straight back, looks to pass. He's got time, now he runs out of the pocket, looks over the middle, right behind Ben Hamrick. Pass was just a little bit behind him, up and around the 40-yard line. It would have been enough for a first down had Jeb got that ball just a little bit closer to Ben.
That's right. Looks like we're coming out with one thing in mind, that's to throw the ball. I know last week Lincoln, that's about all they could do against Griffin, so it looks like we're taking a good shot. And even though we're back in our regular lineup, I think we'll be throwing the ball a lot tonight.
Going with the I formation in the backfield, defensively, 4 down linemen on the front line for Sacred Heart Griffin. Showing like they want to blitz. The linebackers do come. Odom trying to roll out is going to be caught in the backfield and taken down by about 4 of the black and gold Sacred Heart Griffin defenders. A loss of about 4, maybe 5 yards, depending on where they spot it. Back to Taylorville's 24-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 14 now facing the Tornadoes. So on the second play from scrimmage, Griffin comes with the blitz and catch Jeb Odom for the sack. Craggs is the man in the slot on the near side. Ben Hamrick is split wide to this side. Now Craggs goes in motion from left to right. Jeb Odom hands it off in the backfield. We try the tailback up the middle, and it's only good for about 2 for Mike Leach, and the Tornadoes are going to have to punt as they're looking at a 4th down and 12 here on that opening series. So Griffin holds defensively. They're going to get the ball back in what promises to be good field position for Akram Humede, leading passer in the conference, the quarterback for Sacred Heart Griffin. Return man standing at his own 40-yard line for Griffin.
We'll rush the punter this time.
They've got 10 men up on the line. Joe Klebus trying to get it away. It's blocked. It's blocked back at about the 10, and it's going to be covered back at inside the 5-yard line, no, maybe the 6-yard line, and that's where Griffin is going to have it, 1st down and 10. And a big play early in the contest for the Cyclone special teams.
Sure was. You could tell they were going to come after it, and they did, and got the block very easy, in fact.
Looks like the nose of the ball is just right at the 5-yard line, where it's going to be first down and 10 for Humede. He wears number 13, puts the flanker wide to the right, end split to the left. They'll go out of the I formation. And the give is going to be to the tailback over the right side, and he's got a couple. That's Lambert. Lambert gets it inside the 5. They're going to mark him at about the 4. Tough for your defense to come out on their first series, Don, and have their backs against their own goal line.
Oh, no doubt about that.
Second and goal now from the Taylorville 4. Eric Grubb, wide receiver, goes to the left side. To the near side comes Mike Pilger, Humede, the quarterback. Pitches back to the tailback, trying to turn it up, and the defense is right there to stuff him at the 5-yard line. Phil Lambert again, and this time he stopped at the 5, so the defense doing a great job here on these first 2 downs. Have Sacred Heart Griffin looking at a 3rd down and goal, and the ball still at the 5-yard line. So 2 rushes and no net gain.
That's right. They might force him into a pass right here with 3rd down. You might see their here, there, an option play.
Their field goal kicker warming up on the sideline, thinking he may get a call here early in the game. Humede now drops back, hands it off once again to the tailback. There's nothing there for Lambert. He does get down to about the 3, but it's going to bring up a 4th down and goal. And boy, you've got to give that Tornado defense some credit here in the early going.
Sure can.
Let's see what Cyclones decide to do.
I think they're going to go ahead and try to go for the touchdown.
Psychologically, it would be a kind of a letdown for them if they had to settle for a field goal after that great field position, but for the Tornadoes, now they're going to take a timeout. So Griffin's going to call a timeout now with 8 minutes, 20 seconds left to play in the first quarter and no score. We'll be back right after this.
Container secure. Include your name, address, and recipe, and deliver the cookies to home economist Dot Hart at St. Vincent Memorial Hospital's auditorium between 10 and noon, Wednesday, October 27th. The winner will be announced that night. Receives a beautiful deluxe wooden spice rack with spices from WGIM News Talk 1410.
As we're back to the action, Humede tries to roll out to the left and pass for the 4th down touchdown, and it's incomplete. The pass was slightly underthrown, Don, and he might have been able to catch it, but it just was not a good throw by Humede.
Very good rush on the quarterback that time. He didn't have all kinds of time to throw it. So that's a big forward play defense out there. From the 5-yard line, I think it's ended up on what, about the 3? So that was super. You know, this is the kind of play we have to have tonight.
But now the Tornado offense is going to have to try to punch that ball out some. Our backs are actually standing in their own end zone behind Jeb Odom. We go with the back split this time. And Odom is going to be trapped for a safety. I don't know if that was a busted play or what, Don, whether he was going to try to run an option.
I don't know what he was trying to do. It didn't look like there was a trail man, but maybe there was. But all in all, this might not be the worst thing that could happen to us down here.
That's just what I was going to say. You know, giving up the 2 is surely not what we wanted to do, but it might not be that bad. At least we get to get out to the 20 and have a free kick there and get ourselves away from our own goal line.
Yeah.
You know, we run the risk of having a fumble or something down there and setting Griffin up all over again with great field position. So the 2 points is
moral victory.
Yeah.
It sure is.
But I'm a little surprised on the play because I don't know whether it was a busted play. It looked like he faked the dive and was going to option it around the right side, but that's kind of a strange call from in your own end zone.
I think so, and like I said, I didn't see anybody trailing him for the option, and very seldom do you see a team run an option on their own goal line. So it's some sort of a problem there. Whether it's a busted play or a play that just didn't come out the way it should have, at least it got us knocked into the end zone for the 2-point safety.
That 2 points comes with 8:10 to play in the first quarter on a safety, and Griffin takes the early lead here on their homecoming night. And you do have that choice. You can punt it or place kick it. And it looks like we're going to go with the punt. Joe Klebus standing with the ball, ready to kick it away from his 20-yard line. Joe's really had an up and down year punting the ball.
He can kick the ball a long ways, but as you said, sometimes he doesn't get the time or it has a problem.
Gets a pretty good kick this time. It's going to be fielded. It's going to hit and bounce and be picked up at the 35 to the 40. 45, midfield into Taylorville territory, breaking to the far side. He's loosed at the Taylorville 20 to the 15 to the 5. He's in. No, he's not. They've got him down at about the 1-yard line. Returning that punt was Mike Pilger, the wide receiver. He was chased down in the far corner and knocked out of bounds. It looks like about the 1. Pilger made a dive for the pylon, but the official said he went out of bounds. So unfortunately for the Tornadoes, the free kick didn't work very well for us.
Didn't work well at all, but it was a good return that time. They had a lot of good blocks, and we got bunched up, and that's what happens.
So our defense is back on the field. I guess that's the 2-yard line, Don. It's hard to tell from our angle, but that's what the PA announcer said. That's what we're going to go with. Line up now in a power I formation in the backfield. Humede gives it off into the middle, and there's nothing there. That Taylorville defense stacks it up once again. So that's 5 plays now inside the Taylorville 5 that we've been able to hold them on.
Yes, we've done a great job, but it's really close to that goal line. Well, no, it's not much closer than it was a moment ago.
Humede comes clear over to the sideline to talk with their coach, and now goes back out. Apparently he got the play and will go back in, but time should be running on him, I would think.
Yes, it should be. Is the clock not running?
Well, the clock's running, but
yeah.
I'm talking about the time it takes to get the play off. On a 2nd and goal from about the 1.5, Humede tries to force it straight ahead. No, there's the signal from the official. It is a touchdown because Humede took it himself. That comes at 7:17 left to play in the half. Or excuse me, in the quarter. Following that great return by Mike Pilger. 2-yard dive by Humede and makes the score now 8-0 with the extra point yet to come. Ball is going to be placed at the 10-yard line for the attempted conversion to try to make it 9-0 here in the early going for Griffin. There's the placement. The kick is up. It's good. Griffin leads Taylorville 9-0 with 7:17 to go in the first quarter. We'll be back with the Griffin kick right after this.
Last time I had it over 100,000, give or take a few hundred, feel good. It's not something they do.
Thank one, whatever it is.
Terry Wright and Don Anderson back with you once again, and so far, Don, field position has been the key as Griffin has started 2 possessions, one at our 5 and the other one at our 2.
Yeah, that's not too good a position for our defense to take over.
So the Tornadoes need to get a good run back, get a little field position of their own, and get the offense to try to move the ball down the field for us here. It's early. We're only down 9-0. There's the kick. It's going to be fielded in the middle of the field at about the 15 to the 20 to the 25. Leach, he's got a hole. Leach is at the 35 to the 40. He's across midfield. Leach is at the 43-yard line before he's tackled by the last man that had a shot at him.
That was it. If he'd have got that one, we'd have went all the way.
Great run back.
Good blocking on the return, too. We did a good job. We needed that play very badly.
Only one man had a chance to catch him, and unfortunately for the Tornadoes, he was able to do it. But the Tornadoes have that field position we were talking about at the Griffin 43-yard line. I formation now behind Jeb Odom. Hamrick is to the near side. Odom takes the snap, gives it off over the right side to Derek Meadows, and Derek's going to have maybe 2 yards to about the 41-yard line. It's too early in the game to panic, Don, because we've given up 9 points. But
yeah, with the defense having to go in on the 5-yard line, the 2-yard line, you know, that's really a bad problem. But now we got the field position we need.
After that pickup of 2 by Meadows, we're going to go to the shotgun. Keep 2 backs in, one on either side of Jeb Odom. In split left, flanker right. Now everyone goes out into the pattern. Here's a throw underneath, goes to Leach. Leach has got the first down. He's inside the 30, down to about the 28-yard line. Well executed play as the 2 backs just flared out of the backfield, one to each side, and they threw to the underneath man on the left, which was Mike Leach, and he's got the first down. At the 28, 1st and 10, Taylorville. McAdutry and Hamrick go wide to the right side. High formation. Leach at the tailback. Derek Meadows at the fullback behind Jeb Odom. Odom calls the signals. He's going to give it to the tailback Leach. He tries to find a hole on the right side. Going to get maybe a yard, a tough yard at that, trying that right side. 2nd down and 9, facing the Tornadoes at about the 27-yard line of Griffin. 5:45 to play in the first quarter. 9-0 Griffin with the early lead. But Taylorville mounting a threat here. Have it 2nd down and 9 from the 27. 2nd down play. End is wide to the right, man in the slot on the right side for Jeb Odom. Setbacks are split. Back to pass and rolling to the right. He's got some time. He's looking for the corner. There's some contact down near the corner of the end zone, but no flags down as the pass is overthrown, incomplete. I believe that's Hamrick out there in the shadows on the track that he was trying to get it to. 3rd down and 9 now facing the Tornadoes. Clock stops on the incompletion at 5:11 to play in the quarter. Dutry comes back in, bringing the play in from the sideline. Pretty much committed to a passing down here. Down 3rd and 9.
I think maybe a little shorter pass than that last one might be a little bit more successful.
Odom with the count, takes the snap, drops back. And he tries a little shovel pass to Leach. He slips a tackle. Leach is inside the 20, down to about the 18, and that's going to be very close to a 1st down. From where the official's going, I think he's got it.
The old shuffle pass, where it's almost like a forward lateral from the quarterback, and it worked extremely well.
It is a 1st down. 1st down Taylorville, inside the 18-yard line, near the 17 of Griffin. So Tornadoes with that good run back, and that was the key, getting the field position they needed. Have it 1st down and 10. I'm going to call it the 17-yard line. Craig's in the slot to the near side, now goes in motion from left to right. Odom calls the signals. Here's Leach over the right side. Big hole for Mike Leach, and he's down to the 10. Going to have a pickup of 6 or 7 on this play as they're going to probably spot him around the 11-yard line. A good hole that time. When Craggs goes in motion, he times himself though so that he's actually a lead blocker through the hole.
That's right. He does a great job blocking.
Pickup of a good 6, almost 7 yards on the play. It looks like the nose of the ball is right at the 10-yard line. Odom with the snap, again, gives to Leach over the right side. Leach, oh, he breaks tackles, and it looks like he may have another 1st down near the 6-yard line. Leach with an outstanding effort. Looked like he was stopped for a very little gain, and all of a sudden takes it on down to about the 6, picks up 4, and gets a 1st down, and Taylorville's got a 1st and goal at the 6-yard line of Sacred Heart Griffin.
1st and goal for Taylorville from the 6.
An impressive drive by the Tornadoes here. 3:50 to go in the quarter. Leach at tailback. Derek Meadows at the fullback. Odom gives to Leach. He's trying to get outside. Slips one tackle, but then he gets hit right at about the 5-yard line, so a pickup of only about a yard that time. Going to be 2nd down and goal. From the Griffin 5-yard line. Boy, what a boost it'd be for the Tornadoes if they can punch one in here.
This is where they've been having problems inside the 20-yard line, much like Illinois.
So Odom again on 2nd and goal, now from the 5. Takes the snap, gave it to Derek Meadows this time straight ahead, and Meadows is down around the 2, it looks like. He had some good running room over the left side. For some reason, that end of the field looks awfully dark, guys.
Yeah, we're right down on the 1-yard line. Maybe there's some lights out on the pole.
Well, I think there must be, as dark as it is down there. Notice all the shadows are coming this direction. There's nothing going the other way.
Nothing going the other way.
It's almost like there's no light down here to our left. I can't see it, but he's down inside the 1-yard line. 3rd down and goal from the 1, and Odom ducks his head, goes straight ahead. We're waiting for a signal. I don't see a signal as yet. Boy, I can't believe he didn't get that less than a yard.
Well, we need this one bad.
Boy, Don, I can't believe that they can't give him a touchdown there.
Oh my gosh, it's right on the, it's almost touching the goal line.
Go with the same play again, Jim.
And, you know, the outer four playing the inner four, that's what I'm worried about in this league. We're not supposed to do well. We're supposed to.
Let me tell you, they can't get that scrimmage line marker any close to the goal line. I don't know how he did not get in there because he did.
He just takes it ahead again. Now he's got to have it. There we go.
There's the signal. Touchdown, Taylorville. With 1:45 to go in the quarter.
They didn't give us that one. You're going to see one of the largest guys around here going after that official. He was well in there that time.
Odom on a 1-yard sneak has the Tornadoes on the board. And Don, that has got to be a lift for this ball club just psychologically to know that they can go in and score against this Griffin ball club that has kind of an aura around them over the last few years, you know, of their dominance in this area. And I think Griffin knows right now that they're in for a ball game. Mike Flynn on to try to add the extra point to make it a 9-7 game. Snap, placement, the kick. It's up. It's good.
Okay.
Griffin leads Taylorville 9-7. We'll be back with the Taylorville kickoff right after this.
The Saudi YMCA membership benefits include that for home improvement loans with First Trust Bank. Member First Bank, Illinois Company, and FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Terry Wright, Don Anderson back with you once again as the Tornadoes are on the board with 1:44 to play in the first quarter. Griffin lead has been trimmed to 9-7. A nice, impressive drive by the Tornadoes that was set up by a good kickoff return by Taylorville's Mike Leach. 43-yard drive by the Tornadoes culminating in a 1-yard touchdown run by Jeb Odom. The kick is going to be fielded at about the 32 on the far side of the field, trying to find a place to run back to the middle and tripped up.
Number 38, we don't know who he is.
No, I was trying to see who that was for us that made the tackle. It's a number I wasn't real familiar with, Dan Scott. In on the special teams, made the tackle. And it looks like the 43-yard line is where Sacred Heart Griffin will begin this drive with just a little over a minute and a half left to go in the first quarter. Humede sets his backs behind him, has an in-split wide to the left, flanker to the near side. Akram Humede takes the snap. Hands it off over right tackle. We've got a flag thrown as the tackle's made right at the 45. Don't know what we might have coming up here. It's a hold against Griffin.
Yes, sir. They didn't point in Griffin's direction, but it has to be to them.
Pickup was good for just a couple yards, but that holding penalty is going to set Griffin back. They talk it over now with Jason Bacadutri, representing the captain representing the defense for the Tornadoes. He's going to take the penalty. They'll mark it off from the line of scrimmage. And on the hold, it's going to bring up a first down now and 20 for the Cyclones. So we may see Humede go to the air. 1:17 to play in the quarter. Griffin leading Taylorville 9-7. Griffin's offense doesn't know what it's like to be back in their own end of the field here.
No, they don't. They're a good team. I'm sure we're going to find that out pretty soon.
Two receivers wide to the left side. Humede drops back. He wants to pass. Oh, he's hit. The ball's loose. But recovered by Griffin. And who made that hit? Was it Flynn that came from the backside wide open?
Yeah, I believe
Humede
so.
was looking.
Backside linebacker, I believe, isn't he?
Humede was looking to his left, wanting to throw, and he just took a wide open shot, knocked the ball loose, but it lay there for what seemed like an eternity before Griffin got on it. Humede up quickly, though, right back to call the next play. So now we're looking at a second down and considerable. Back to pass. He's looking left again. Wanting to throw it over the middle. He picked off. Jason Bacadutri had the inside position and nearly pulled it off at the 45-yard line of Griffin. Jason kind of looked behind him at the intended receiver like he might have grabbed his arm or something. Maybe he was wanting an interference call on the offense.
We couldn't tell from this angle, but at least he almost picked that one off. Big play right here. 3rd and 27 from about the 27.
All we need to do is bring up a 4th down. I don't care if we give them some yardage, but they try the draw play. He's hit in the backfield first, shakes one tackle, but then he stopped at the 25, a loss of another couple yards. Tornado defense just doing an outstanding job here in the early going.
how good it makes me to feel. I don't know how this game will end up, but you've got a program that's, they have big summer programs, all this kind of other, and right now we're just really letting them have it.
And we're at the end of the first quarter of play. It's Griffin 9, Taylorville 7, back right after this. As we start the second quarter of play with Griffin leading Taylorville 9-7, but Griffin is going to be forced to punt from back inside their own 20-yard line. Taylorville's Ben Hamrick is standing back at about his 35 to return this punt. It's a 4th down and 28 facing Griffin. It's a good high kick. Better call the fair kick. Oh, Ben, call on it, Ben. He did. I'm not sure. I don't know if he had signaled fair catch.
He did. He did give a fair catch, and he did his best. It's a little dark out here tonight, and the ball seemed to float a little bit. Well, certainly it floats, but the fact is it seemed to sort of like it just went into another gear there on him. So he had a little misjudgment, but he got it back.
He covered it nicely at the 29-yard line. That's where the Tornadoes will take over, 1st down and 10. And another drive and use up the clock like they did. That's the best defense right now for Taylorville. It's a good offense.
I can't see the clock from right here, Terry. About what time is it up there?
Well, we're just first play of the second quarter.
Second quarter, okay.
Taylorville goes out with a shotgun on this 1st down play from their own 29. He's got the time. He rolls out of the pocket to the left. He's going to run with it now. And it looks like he's going to get 4, maybe 5 yards running with it is Jeb Odom. And let me tell you, the offensive line is giving him some time.
Yes, sir. They've done a fine job out there and against a bigger, much bigger team.
Looks like a pickup of 4 on the play. No, let's call it 5. 2nd down and 5 now. The ball's up at the 34-yard line. Jeb Odom scrambling for 5. Ran out of bounds, stopped the clock at 11:25 to go in the half. He keeps one setback behind him this time. That'd be Leach. No, it would be Leach in motion coming to the near side. Uh-oh. I thought he dropped the ball for a moment. He's going to throw it out in the flat to Leach. Incomplete, but Griffin was right there to read that play, and that was a very dangerous pass.
Yes, and on that play, we wouldn't have made much at all. We may have lost our tailback.
Yeah.
I mean, they had him ready to really let him have it.
That pass was out here where if it was picked off, there was nobody between the defender and the goal line. A couple scores handed to us in the first quarter. Springfield is leading Chatham Glenwood 7-6. Southeast is leading Lincoln in the second quarter 7-0. And here it's 9-7 as we're looking at a 3rd down and 5. Now Leach again in motion coming to the near side. Meadows would be the lone setback. Back to pass goes Odom. This time he's under a rush. He got the pass away. I think they're going to say he was down. Well, look where he's putting it down. Is that a flag or is that his beanbag?
I don't know, but it's really...
Are they going to call that grounding the ball?
I think so. Call it grounding the ball.
That was a receiver in the area.
Yeah, he was right there, unless it was a lineman, and I think it was. Let's see, they're discussing it.
Really, the play probably should have been whistled dead much earlier because he was in the grasp and being pushed back. His forward progress had stopped
I think that's what
early.
they did. I think they called that he was in the grass, Terry. I really think it, rather than...
But see, they're marking the play at the 25, where if someone blew it dead there, which would have been about right, there can't be any flag. Clear back at the 15. That's where the flag is.
Oh, that's right. In other words, it would just be a whistle, and that would be it. There'd be no flag.
It would be a sack right there at the...
I think they're discussing it out there.
Oh, they're calling it intentionally grounding. But how can they have the ball marked at the 25 and call the intentional grounding back at the 15?
I guess we're lucky. I thought, that's where, it's the officials' call on that. There was a man in the area. It could go on either way. And, of course...
But it looks to me like someone else had to have blown the whistle.
They're going to penalize them now, I think.
Yeah, but look where they're marking it from. Look where he's throwing the flag. It's 2 completely different spots by 10 yards. So if they're saying that his forward progress was stopped at the 25, how could you have a penalty back to 15? The play was already dead.
It should have been a dead...
I disagree with this call. I mean, I don't disagree with that.
They're even putting more on that, I tell you.
Oh, that's terrible.
No wonder the Big Four always wins. I can understand that.
Where have they taken it back to now? The 10?
That's ridiculous.
They marked it off from the 25 and have it back. I guess at the 12 they took a half the distance to the goal. Oh, what a call.
And you had an offensive man in the area that hit right at his feet.
What a call that was.
We may end up getting
29.
another safety, and that wouldn't be too bad of a deal either, to tell you the truth.
We got the kick away. It's going to hit out at about the 40. Bounces once, fielded at the 45, return to the near side to the 40. And a good tackle there by Mike Flynn to keep the man from getting anywhere else. That was Pilger on the return, and he's the one that set up their touchdown with a punt return. Actually, it was a free kick return. But Griffin is going to have excellent field position. I'd like to get those officials to explain that last call to me.
I would like to hear it, too. That's ridiculous what they called out there.
How can you blow it dead at the 25 and then throw a flag at the 15 for intentionally grounding if the play is already dead? Here's 1st and 10 from the Taylorville 39-yard line. They run a little draw play. And a good read, and that's helped making the stop.
And Flynn came up to help him.
And Repsher also in on that play. I think it was 32 instead of 82.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's Repsher. Yeah, that's correct.
Pick up of a couple on the play. 2nd down and about 8 now at the Taylorville 36. 10.5 minutes left to go in the first half. It's 9-7. Sacred Heart Griffin leads the Taylorville Tornadoes. Humede with the I formation in the backfield. Pitches back to the tailback. He slips as he tries to make his cut and goes down and loses a little bit. That was Lambert on the carry and loses back out to the 37-yard line. So a loss of 1.5 yards on the play. We're looking at 3rd down and about 9 now, and you would expect Humede to put it in the air. In split to the near side, flanker to the right side, I formation in the backfield. On 3rd and 9 from the Taylorville 37, Humede back to pass. He's rolling right, looks out into the flat. He's got his man, but it's well short. Oh, now they're saying was he out of bounds?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, they've called it incomplete. He must have been out of bounds.
Must have been. He did catch the ball, but it must be that he was out of bounds. This is 4th down. I'm sure I don't know. They're going to do something. They're sending a lot of new people out there. Maybe a field goal attempt, but that'd be too deep.
Oh, I wouldn't think so. Not from there. Not from 37, 47. Be 54-yard attempt.
Yeah, just conservative football. You can understand why
they're going to try to pin Taylorville back deep, which is not a bad idea because field position has been key.
Get him out, get him out, get him out. There, we got him off the field.
Griffin will punt. A kick from about their own 45, a little pooch punt. Goes off the side of the kicker's foot. Oh, look at this. Griffin bounce it's going to get and roll down inside the 10-yard line. That's what they wanted. That's what they got. Taylorville's offense will have to start back inside their own 10, but again, another good defensive job.
Great job.
The Taylorville defense held well, even though Griffin had the ball in our territory at our own 43 to start that series. So at 9:25 to go in the first half, it's 9-7 Glenwood. And they got those 9 points on drives that started at, well, one wasn't a drive, it was a defensive score on a safety.
That's right.
After they'd failed to get in from our 5, and then their next one started at the 2. Here's a give to the tailback, and I'm assuming that's Leach. Can't see his number, but it's a good job running the ball. And let's see where they're going to mark him down. About the 12, does it look like, Don?
It's a little hard to see at that end of the field. More than that, I believe.
It's a pickup of about 4 on the play.
3 or 4.
Now, let's see. The scoreboard says what? Trying to figure out where they've spotted the ball. It's got to be at about the 12-yard line. That punt rolled down inside the 10, so pickup of 4. We're going to try it again, and this time we're going to lose a little on the handoff to the tailback. It looks like we're going to lose at least the 4 that were gained on that first down play. We're going to look at a 3rd down and about 10.
We're so pinned up back against our own goal line that, honestly, maybe another safety might help too, because we're having trouble moving the ball down in that area, and they're rushing our punter very hard.
Need to break a big one, and let me tell you, it's so dark at that end of the field that I can't even see our numbers.
You're right.
I'm assuming that that's Meadows at the fullback and Leach at the tailback. The man coming in motion, that would be Craggs. Give to the tailback Leach. He finds a little running room, breaks through the hole. He may have the first down.
Very close.
He's out to about the 19-yard line, and that should be enough for the first down.
Oh, that's much better than the safety, isn't it?
Let's see what kind of a spot we got. It is a first down. First down Tornadoes. A big run that time by Mike Leach. Well, it gives us a little bit of breathing room. 7:45 left to play. In the first half, a 9-7 score. Griffin with the lead. But really, you take away that field position on those first two possessions, and the Tornadoes have played them very well. In motion goes Craggs from right back to left. And Jeb Odom again looked like it was a busted play. Had to keep it himself, but he gets it across the 20 to about the 21. He might have picked up 2 yards.
I believe he did.
He was looking for somebody to hand to, Don, and there was nobody there.
Is that right? Well,
Yeah.
I saw they had a man in motion that blocked back down to the inside, and I thought maybe it's a little quarterback draw, but I don't know.
No, I think he turned and was stunned when there was nobody there to hand the ball to.
So he had to take it.
But he picks up 1.5 yards, 2 yards. Second down, we'll call it 8. Just under 7 minutes left to play in the half. Ball just across Taylorville's own 20-yard line. Odom calling the signals. Drops back, looks for a quick pass, trying to get it out to the left side to Ben Hamrick, and the pass was knocked down by one of the defenders along the line of scrimmage. That's kind of a tough pass to complete. That was our one and only receiver in that pattern.
Yeah.
So you had to go to him. Third down and 8 now facing the Tornadoes. The incompletion stops the clock at 6:44 to go in the half. Wouldn't hurt to pick up another first down and chew up a little more of that clock before we'd have to turn it back over.
Big play right here.
We go out of the shotgun. We keep one setback. It's a good snap. Steps up in the pocket. And now he's going to be caught from behind and dragged down at about the 15-yard line. No, that's the 20-yard line. So it's 4th down and 10 facing the Tornadoes, and they'll bring on the kicking unit for the Tornadoes and the return team for Sacred Heart Griffin. Well, if I see Joe get off one of his big boomers here.
Yeah, we need a big one right here to put them back. And it looks like, again, Terry, that they're going to rush our punter.
Yeah, they just put one man back. Normally you have a couple men between the front rush men and the return man as blockers to help set up a return, but they're just going strictly all out on the rush. 10 men up on the line. Only one man back for the return. Now they drop a couple off. Oh, there's a big rush. Almost got it that time, but it's a fairly decent kick. Going to hit it about the 45, but
Get it, boys, get it.
step on it, boys. Checked up like a wedge shot.
He just
Backed
like
up about 5 yards.
like a 9-iron, right? Just dug right in.
And once again, Griffin's going to have the field position in Taylorville territory at the 42-yard line. That's where they started their last series, and the Tornadoes were able to hold. But
Don't you think they'll probably try to start passing on Taylorville? I don't think they've passed so far, have they?
well, they've tried, but they haven't been very
Yeah, that's
successful
right.
yet.
They haven't had much success at it.
So that's putting a lot of pressure on the Tornado defense to keep giving the ball to Griffin in such great field position. Nobody wants to pass.
Hey, I'll call that one.
Well, he was throwing it down the field, but he was definitely in the grass. Mike Flynn had the Mayday.
I don't see the call on that one. What's the difference, I'd like to know?
Well, it looked to me like they certainly had him in the grasp, and he threw
They
that out
sure
of desperation.
He didn't throw that to anybody. But remember, we're the guests tonight.
2nd and 10 coming up.
Sometimes it's like what's for supper, and it's us.
Flanker wide to the near side. Mayday drops back to pass. Wants to set up a screen out here to the left side. Tornadoes read it well. Boy, that's Repture, I believe, that held on to make the tackle.
Boy, great.
No, it was not Matt Repture. He was one of the two there, but
It's hard to see all the numbers out there. They're just a real good
no,
play.
it was Matt. Matt was the one that held on to make the tackle.
Just a 3rd and 9. Big play right here. Hope we can stop them.
Two receivers wide to the right side. The I formation in the backfield. Wanting to throw deep. He just lobs it up. Taylor has the coverage. The play is knocked away.
Good defense.
And who is that? Hamrick down in that corner.
Played just right. Played just
Great
right.
inside position. Batted that away. And brings up a 4th down. And believe me, this Tornado defense has had a great first half. You might wonder how you can have a great first half when you're behind 9-7, but two points came against the offense, and the 7 points came because they returned the ball to the 2-yard line.
That's right. Yeah, the defense has just done a great job.
Another Griffin punt coming up here. The kick will come from about the 50-yard. He dropped the ball. He's going to get it away. It's a short kick again. And this one backs up like a tornado punt did a moment ago. And Taylorville's going to have it about the 26, maybe the 27 before Griffin downed it. With 4:39 to go in the first half, and the Tornado offense will take over. The only real drive of the ball game was put together by the Tornadoes, a 43-yard drive that culminated in that quarterback sneak for a touchdown by Jeb Odom. And now the Tornadoes with the ball. Boy, we need to chew up the clock and move the ball down the field and go in no worse than this 9-7 score at halftime, Don. Here's the give to the first man out of the backfield. I believe that was Meadows, and he's only going to get about a yard, maybe.
Yeah, it's going to be real hard to move down there. You know, we're trying to be a little conservative, you know, on the end of the field we're at. And, you know, and they've got a strong defensive front four. So it's really tough to move against these people.
What game was it with less than a minute to go prior to halftime? We threw an interception from our own 25, though. It was returned for a touchdown.
That was Springfield, Springfield Southeast, and I was up to Illinois, but I heard about it.
So here's second down and 9. Pitch back to the tailback Leach. He tries to cut back inside the blockers and gets another yard or so, and that's about it. Going to bring up third down and maybe 7. 3.5 minutes left to go in the first half. Spotted at the Taylorville 29-yard line. Third down and 7. Clock ticking down near the 3-minute mark. We're going to go out of the shotgun. Odom calls the signals, keeps 2 men in the backfield. Now they both flare out. They're over the middle. He's got a man. And it's going to be short of the first down, however. On the receiving end of that pass for the Tornadoes was Adam Ladage. He's going to have it up to the, let's see, is that the 29 there, Don?
I believe you're right, 29 yards.
No, 34-yard line.
It's hard to see the
they've got
yard marker, too. Yeah, I see it now, the 30 over. I think someone was standing in front of it.
It's a 34, but it's fourth down and about 3 to go for a Taylorville first down. So with 2:20 left to go in the half, Taylorville again will have to punt.
Good center.
And this is a pretty good kick this time, going to be fielded at the 34-yard line. Returning it this direction.
A clip.
There's got to be a clip at the 40-yard line, but there's no flag. A great tackle at midfield by Derek Meadows. Boy, it sure looked like we had a clip.
It was.
But no flag, and Griffin returns it to midfield to the 45 of Taylorville, where now they mark it at the 43-yard line. They've started 3 drives from the Taylorville 43. 2:06 left to play in the first half, 9-7 score. Sacred Heart Griffin leads. Griffin trying to set up quickly. Going to go to their 2-minute drill here, Don. Yeah, the officials wait till they're all set, and then they'll start the clock.
Can't you believe this? I can't believe the calls are getting out there.
Man in motion to the right. Will set up in the slot now to the right as he stops. Back to pass. Umede looks out of the right side. He's got a man open at the 30. He's at the 25. Breaks a tackle. Still on his feet down at about the 20-yard line. Flag down.
Yeah, I think they got that one.
A flag down at about the 36-yard line.
That ought to bring it back.
Let's hope. Pass interference offense. That's why he was so open. Offensive pass interference on the play.
How much time left here?
1:47.
1:47. I think they have all their timeouts left to go. So we're going to have to stop them. We can't count on the clock running it out.
The official still discussing the play here.
I don't know what more there is. Maybe they just don't know what to call here. I think it comes back to the line of scrimmage, and then there's a penalty from there, isn't it?
Gotta be. It's a loss of down, too.
Yeah, he got it marked right now.
Yeah.
that's a good break for the Tornadoes.
15-yard penalty and loss of down. That's a biggie.
Yes, sir. Is it loss of down on that?
Yeah, that's what he signaled.
Yeah.
It's second down. Second down now and 25. Boy, in the pros, offensive interference, I think it's only a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah.
So second and 25, 1:47 to go in the half. Griffin back now at their own 42-yard line. Humede back to pass. Looks down the middle. He's got him in there, but a good hit in the back.
Really good.
Jason Bacadutri.
Let him have it, boy. He let him have it.
Jason Bacadutri put a good hit on the intended receiver and knocked the ball free. That was Eric Grubb. It was a good pass. It was delivered right, but so was the hit delivered by Bacadutri. Third down now and 25. Two receivers come to the near side. I formation in the backfield. Back to pass. Humede lets it go down the near side, and it's broken up nicely again. Jason Bacadutri was right there to break the play up. Now Griffin's looking at fourth down. And let me tell you, Don, Griffin, I don't believe, has had a first down in this game.
Is that right? I really haven't paid that much attention to it, but you may be right.
Now they took it in and scored, but you stop and think about it.
No. Yeah. It's hard to remember anything. They haven't completed a pass, I don't believe, have they? No. Except for the one the penalty was on.
Penalty called back. Well, there's still a minute 34 left in the half after they got the ball. They didn't take much time. It's a high snap. The kick is off the side of the foot again. It's going to hit, but take a good Griffin roll down to about the 20, inside the 20, down to about the 18-yard line.
Just got to be real careful right here, Terry, not let them get an easy touchdown here.
I don't know about you, but I'd run out the clock and go to the locker room down just 9-7.
I think probably what you might see if we attempt to do that, I imagine Griffin will start calling timeout. But we'll just have to wait and see. We need to make at least one first down.
And the clock starts to move as we change the possession. And we're down to a minute and 18 left to play in the half. And again, the Tornadoes are at that dark end of the field. I formation in the backfield behind Jeb Odom. Long count. Gibbs going to be the tailback. Leach tries the left side. Break out of it. Leach is still on his feet. Up the field he comes to the 30 and down to about the 33-yard line.
Attaboy.
Well, Mike Leach has had a great first half.
He looked like he was tackled, then he just broke right through, the pile right there and just came out running like mad. Need that one bad. Now
about a 14-yard pickup there. We're under a minute to go in the half. Here's the give to Leach again. He tries the middle again and struggles forward to about the 35. That's kind of a strange play. If you noticed, Leach had lost his mouthpiece.
Yes, he had, and he got it back in, but...
and then he had to return to his position.
Yeah, I think that game with Southeast has taught us a little bit of a lesson here. I don't think we're going to do anything too wild. Still deep in our own area.
Well, we might try to throw one here. We're down to 24 seconds to go. Well, we're going to give it to Leach. He's going to try to sweep to the left. Not much there. He gets about a yard up to about the 36-yard line. And that's probably going to be the last play of the half. Well,
super.
Whoops, somebody's called timeout.
Who did call timeout?
Tornadoes called timeout. We're going to let one fly.
Okay.
So we'll just keep it right here since there's only 11.8 seconds left to go in this first half. It's a 9-7 game. Griffin getting their 9 points very quickly on a safety and then on a short touchdown run. Don and I will be back to discuss the first half and look ahead to our second half action. Here we're looking now at third down and 7 from the 36-yard line for the Tornadoes with just 11 seconds left, and Taylorville jumped off sides.
Oh, boy.
Our left tackle kind of fell forward. That's going to cost us 5.
Let's not make any bad mistakes right here.
The illegal procedure against the Tornadoes will cost us 5. I think you're right now, Don. I think I'd just run the ball, let the clock run. Of course, Griffin's going to call timeout.
Anyway, that's what they're going to do. So, I'm not sure why they called timeout, but it may have been a mistake. Only this play is going to tell.
3rd and 12. We just try to run it straight ahead. The play takes a long time to get set up. The clock continues to run at 4, 3, 2, They're not going to get a timeout called, and we're going to go to halftime with the Tornadoes trailing by only 2, 9-7 against the Griffin Cyclones.
Let's hope that they can come off with a big upset tomorrow.
Okay, we're just about a minute away from the kickoff to start the second half of play. We'll be back with that kickoff right after this.
I just came from the funeral. It's unfortunate when people think they have everything covered and find out they don't. Some time ago, the family bought a life insurance policy through the mail. To their surprise, it didn't cover the cost. That's why I saw my funeral director and chose the forethought plan. I received more than a life insurance policy.
For all your life last vehicles move.
202 West Franklin in Taylorville. Phone 824-3311. Schaefer Funeral Home. Right now at Gordon Oldsmobile Pontiac GMC in Taylorville, you can save big on 30 GM program vehicles in stock. Come on out and see the savings.
Never forget that. We said they turned the lights off on them that night, and we did, 15-0. But I can remember that. That was a lot of fun back in those days. But we're having a lot of fun tonight, Terry. It's a lot more enjoyable calling the ball games when we've got the team we've got this year.
Like I said, we haven't got the wins and losses, but anyone that's been to the games knows that we have been in each and every game at this level of competition, and here we've always heard about how great Griffin was, and everyone thought that they were just going to kick the tails of everybody in the conference, and such has not been the case. They come out and lose their first conference game when they play Lamphere. Lamphere is going to be the conference champ, but they're probably going to be second, but they've got their hands full right here this evening from a team that they may have overlooked a little bit coming into tonight's game. So the Tornadoes are going to be competitive. Football is just the beginning. Hopefully it's going to carry right on through into the basketball season as well.
Our volleyball
has done very well.
Great job this year.
Considering that two of the teams in our conference have been ranked in the top 16 all the way up until this week. Sacred Heart Griffin fell out of the top 16, but Jacksonville is about 6th or 7th, and Sacred Heart Griffin was up around 12th, 13th for quite some time until they just recently fell out. But we've got, 22, 23 victories in volleyball, so they're playing very well too. So
golf team did a good job this year. So we're moving in the right direction.
Looking good.
So.
Taylorville will move from our left to right in this second half. To kick it off, Mike Flynn has it teed up at the 40-yard line. And we'll get this second half underway. Pilger is the man deep to return it. The kick's a low squibber that's fielded at about the 15, returned up the middle of the 25 to the 30. He's going to break to the near side. He's got some running room at the 40, the 45, and finally taken down by the kicker, Mike Flynn, at the 46-yard line. And it's deja vu all over again as Griffin again is going to start from our side of the midfield stripe. This time it's the 46. I think they started about 3 drives from our 43 in that first half.
I think we might just want to squib kick it from this point on. Of course, we're going to have to score to do that, but we've had trouble containing their kickoff returns.
Let's see if Sacred Heart Griffin changes their strategy offensively here to start the second half. Dropping back to pass and then handing it off to the tailback, and there's no place to go as the Tornadoes stack it up very well back at about the 49-yard line. Phil Lambert was the ball carrier, and he had absolutely nowhere to go. Doug Kamadi in on the stomp. Matt Repsher in there, along with other Tornadoes. May have been Mike Flynn in there as well.
They sort of delay. It's that draw, the trap and the draw play put together in there, and it just develops too slow for them, and we're just all over it.
It's a loss of 2, 2nd and 12 from the Taylorville 48 now for Humede. This time he's just going to give it straight ahead, and getting back the 2 yards that they lost was Jeff Link. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10. Don Spears is going to make that stop for the Tornadoes. And they've got it back to the Taylorville 46. 3rd down and 10 now facing the Cyclones. And to split to the near side, a man in the slot. Now they've got 2 men in the slot to the near side. A lone setback. Rolling out, wanting to throw the ball, looking down the field. He's got a man open, and it went right and hit him in the stomach, right through his hands, and he drops it. The intended receiver was Eric Grubb, and that's going to bring up a 4th and 10. And the Tornado defense holds once again with a little help from a drop pass by Eric Grubb.
But our only problem is that we're going to have terrible field position if he kicks the ball any length at all. So our field position hasn't improved that much.
You think maybe Griffin thinks they've got a better chance passing the ball on the rollouts, get him out of the pocket a little bit?
I think
so. What they went with there. The punt will come from about their own 45-yard line. And this is a pretty good punt. It's going to be fielded back at about the 10 in the dark. Stay away from the cliff. Trying to return it to the near side. Nowhere to go. It's going to be down at about the 9-yard line. And I believe we've got Ben Hamrick back there returning the punts. And there just was no place to go for Ben, as the coverage was right there on him. And like Don said, we're going to start out at the dark end of the field at the 9-yard line. And we ought to be getting used to playing in the dark right now, because that's where a big part of our offense occurred all throughout that second quarter. It was right there in that area.
It has to be a little embarrassing for Griffin not to have a first down yet in the ball game.
I would think so. 1st and 10 for the Tornadoes from their own 9-yard line. Jeb Odom calls the signals. He's going to give it straight ahead. And I'm assuming that's Derek Meadows out of the fullback position. Looks like he got across the 10, maybe to the 11. It'd be about a 2-yard gain if it is. We're at 9:40 to play in the third quarter. It's still 9-7. Griffin got their 9 points within the first 5 minutes of the game. Taylorville got their lone touchdown still in the first quarter. Second quarter was played scoreless. Now the Tornadoes have Josh Craig flanked to the near side. And split wide to the left, going out of the shotgun from their own 11. Back to pass, and he's scrambling, and he's going to be caught for a safety.
Not all that bad of a deal. Not all that bad. 6 and 11.
We start the second half just like we started the first half, with a safety coming at 9:13 to play in the quarter.
Now, if we could just cover this punt or this kickoff, whatever we decide to do, and get decent field position, the safety, you know, I don't know. Of course, we could have always kicked a field goal.
I was going to say, all the safety did was take the field goal out of our repertoire.
Took the field goal out of there. I think in a lot of ways, if we can cover this this kickoff or this punt, whatever it might be, maybe it's going to give our defense a little better area to work in.
I would definitely try to kick the ball away from Pilger. Wherever you see him line up, kick it.
Yes, I would.
One way or the other. But with that score, makes it 11-7 now. Sounds like we're in Las Vegas.
It does, almost like watching a World Series the other night. Did you watch that game, Terry?
Well, for a while, I couldn't stay up for all of it.
I saw the whole thing.
Did you really?
Yeah, weird ball game. Then the next night, a shutout, 2-0.
Yeah.
2-0.
And again, the Tornadoes will go with the free kick by way of the punt with Joe Klebus. He'll kick from his own 20. Well, I would have to aim this punt towards one of the sidelines and try to pinch Pilger in against the sideline. The kick is going to go over to his right. It bounces past Pilger. He retreats to the 25 and picks it up, and now he'll try to look for someplace. And he is hit and stacked up at the 37 or 8-yard line.
That's the best situation we've had on field position on their 38. They've got the ball, so I hope our defense can keep up the good work.
Looked like Matt Hart, Matt Repsher were a couple of the players in there on that stop.
I think these boys are sophomores. Well, I know Repsher is. I'm not sure about Hart. What is he, a junior?
Oh, Matt is a junior, yeah. Humede comes up 1st and 10 from his own 38-yard line now. And flank to the left. Flanker is to the right side. The pitch back to the tailback, looking for somewhere to go on that right side. Nothing over there.
Nothing.
Well, I'll tell you, Kamadi is one of the players in on the stop, and looks like Don Spears maybe was one that made the stop.
Kamadi does a good job back there. It just looked like they're sort of in shock back there. You know,
you just got to give this Taylorville defense all the credit in the world. What a great game they've had to this point. That play netted about a half a yard. Still at their own 38-yard line, second down at about 9.5. Humede gave it straight ahead this time. And that's going to get to the 40, maybe the 41, a pickup of a couple, maybe 3 as they mark his progress to about the 41-yard line. But 3rd and 7 situation facing Griffin. And I don't know how many times now Griffin has had 3 downs and out.
We've got 2 quarterbacks in the game at the same time. We better be careful on
2 of theirs?
Yeah, 2 of their quarterbacks. Number 5, maybe he's he may be something besides a quarterback, but he's got a quarterback number.
And what have we got now? Officials blow the whistle for something?
On them, on the official. Got to get somebody in there.
Left tackle needs to get something repaired or replaced.
That's ridiculous. You got to get in there.
Yeah, they're going to have to send another man in to take his place. Looks like a helmet repair, maybe. And surely we'll get this 3rd and 7 down off here in a minute. 3rd and 7 from their 41-yard line. Humede will take the snap. Taylorville showing blitz. And they come with an all-out blitz. Humede wants to throw. It's incomplete. Just off the fingertips of the intended receiver, but Jason Bacadutri was right there with him.
And another 4th down coming up. Boy,
3 and out again.
If we could get field position, it's so important at this point.
Well, if we could get a bad snap or a fumble
Some
punt,
kind
a
of
block
break,
punt. We very nearly had it the last time that they punted. But here's 4th down and 7. This kick will come from just inside their own 35 by the time he actually boots the ball. There's the snap, the kick. It's a good kick. Should have some time for a return. The ball's going to hit. He lets it roll. And it's going to roll down inside the 20 to about the 18-yard line. Boy, I thought Ben was going to field that one. Looked like he had a chance for some return. Then he stayed away from it, and it rolled about another 7 or 8 yards. And Taylorville will take it 1st down and 10, call it their own 18-yard line. I'm beginning to think the only way we're going to get out of the darkness is a quarter change.
I think so, too. I don't know. Can we take any more safeties? Well, it'd still just be 13-7 if we took another one.
7:20 to play. 3rd quarter, 11-7 now. Griffin leading Taylorville. I formation behind Jeb Odom. And the give is to the fullback straight ahead. And he had a little running room, and actually his forward momentum, he's leaning forward so much, is what actually ended up taking him down after a pickup of about 4 on the play. 2nd and 6 from the 22. Odom puts flanker wide to the left and split wide to the right. Shift into the I formation in the backfield. Pitch back to Leach, trying to get wide to the left side. He's got some running room. I believe he's got a 1st down on the far side of the field. They may have run him out of bounds, but not until he gets up around the 30-yard line. From here, it looked like he had the 1st down. Let's see where they spot it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, big play there.
Spot it just across the 30, 1st down and 10, Taylorville. Now we're getting into the lighted part of the field.
Must have run him out of bounds because they didn't start the clock, did they?
Nope. Clock stopped, 6:35 to play in the 3rd quarter. 11-7, Griffin leading. The backs again shift into the I formation. Odom keeps it himself after faking the pitch, and he's going to have maybe a yard, and that's about it. Looked like they wanted to set up the option, but the left defensive end came across and forced Odom to turn it inside. Give him about a yard. 2nd down and 9 facing the Tornadoes. Ball just across the Taylorville 31-yard line. Josh Craggs is flanked to the near side. Hamrick is the end wide to the left. Here comes the sweep, trying to get it to Leach, and Leach is cut down in the backfield. A loss of a couple on the play, just back inside the 30. Going to bring up a 3rd down and just a little bit longer than 10. And really, neither team has moved the ball tonight except for the one drive by the Tornadoes. Other than that, it's just been kind of a slugfest along the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, call it 11, just inside the Taylorville 30. Play action pass, rolling to his left, trying to run with it now is Odom, and Odom may have another 1st down. Odom gets it across the 40 out to about the 44, and another Taylorville first down. Humede was the man that made the stop, quarterback on quarterback. And it's a Taylorville first down. Looks like they're going to say the 42-yard line.
We're noticing that Griffin is using a lot of people on defense.
So this is the first drive that Taylorville's put together since that touchdown drive that put back-to-back first downs. Here's a give to Leach. Leach with a big hole up the middle. He's going to be into Griffin territory and down to about the 46-yard line and a first down. Boy, an impressive drive so far.
Really?
Tornadoes really controlling the line of scrimmage. And Taylorville has moved the ball now into Griffin territory at the 46. Kamadi is in the slot to the left side for the Tornadoes. Hamrick is wide to the left.
Snap it.
Yeah, Griffin's not sure how many men they've got on the field. They don't know whether that guy wants in or out. Here's a give to the tailback Leach again. This time no place to go. He's stacked up at the line of scrimmage. 4 minutes, 35 seconds to go. Third quarter, 11-7. Griffin with the lead.
Two lucky numbers, right? 11-7.
Touchdown, an extra point, and two safeties for Griffin. Touchdown and a conversion for the Tornadoes. Second down, 9, and those are the ball right at the 45-yard line in Griffin territory. Flanker right, in split to the left for Jeb Odom and the Tornadoes. Oops, mixed up in the backfield. I hope someone's got the ball for Taylorville.
Well, it was almost disaster at that point.
Well, we had three people all occupying the same spot on the field. Taylorville's Jeb Odom and both of the backs. I'm not sure who was supposed to get it or who ended up with it, but it's a loss of about a yard. It's 3rd and 10 now facing the Tornadoes. 8 games into the season, you shouldn't have the number of busted plays we've had tonight. We've had at least 3.
We've had a lot of plays. Offensively, we've done well at times, but we sputtered most of the time.
Looks to be a passing situation facing the Tornadoes. They keep a lone setback. Got a man in the slot on the left side. Back to pass, trying to set up a screen, and that ball is deflected by one of the rushing linemen. Never did get that screen set up to Ben Hamrick. It was knocked down, so that's going to bring up a 4th down. But now the Tornadoes have the opportunity to put Griffin back deep in their territory for a change.
I just hope we get the punt away.
3:21 to play in the third quarter. 11-7, Griffin with the lead.
Griffin has not made a first down the entire ball game.
Unbelievable to think that we've come almost 3 quarters of play without a first down for Griffin. Joe Klebus is standing back inside his own 40. Gets the snap, gets the punt away, but it's a short punt. It's going to hit, take a little bit of a Taylorville bounce, and now it just kind of sputters around at about the 22, 23-yard line. And that's where Griffin's going to take over 1st and 10.
Your fans are getting a little nervous down there.
Only about a 23-yard punt for the Tornadoes.
Yeah, but it's at their end of the field for a change.
Pull at the 23-yard line for Griffin. We're down to 3 minutes to play in the third quarter in an 11-7 game. Humede has an end split wide to the left, flanker to the right, I formation. Going to give to the tailback. He's got a little running room this time, and he's going to get it out across the 25 up to about the 29-yard line. And the Griffin fans give a little bit of a sarcastic applause here. A 5-yard pickup on a first down play for Griffin is a big play for them so far tonight. Second down, the announcer says 4, still close to 5 to go for a first down. At about the 29-yard line, Humede gives it off to the tailback, who picks up about 3, gets out to about the 32. It's going to be very close to a first down. From here, it looks like he may have it. May have our first measurement. They're going to bring the chains out and measure. While they're measuring, we're going to take a break. 2:15 to go in the third quarter. 11-7, Griffin will be back. Whoops, wait a minute. They are not going to bring the chains out. Sorry about that. They signaled first down.
That's the first one they've got all night.
And I thought they were going to have to measure to get it, but apparently not. So Griffin with a first down now at their own 33-yard line. Humede hands it to the tailback. He's looking for a hole up the middle, and he's going to have about 4 or 5 up to the 39-yard line.
Just what we're afraid of, that it's starting to show a little bit, is that their boys have been on the field the whole ball game, most of them, and Griffin's used a bunch of players, and it's starting to catch up a little bit.
Second down and about 4, pickup of 6 on the players. The nose of the ball is just shy of the Griffin 40-yard line. Griffin picking up their first down of the night here late in the third quarter. Humede keeps it himself and is only going to get about a yard or so as he falls forward. It's going to bring up a third down situation. 3rd and a long 2 facing Griffin. So the defense called upon one more time here by the Tornadoes to try to force Griffin into a punting situation again. The clock is ticking down to 1 minute to go in the third quarter. Still 11-7 Griffin. Humede keeps one man. Now there's going to be 2 men in the backfield as there was some confusion. They bring a tailback back, put the fullback in motion to the right, stops, and Humede keeps it on quarterback sneak straight ahead, and they've got their second first down of the night. Across the 45 to about the 46-yard line. I'm not sure that that man in motion had gotten set before the snap, Don.
Yeah, it seemed like he was moving pretty much in there.
Griffin first down at the 46-yard line. Just 43 seconds left to play in the third quarter with the clock running. End split to the near side, flanker wide to the right. I formation. Now the tight end's going to switch from the left side to the right side. Humede with a long count. Drops back, hands it off to the tailback. He's tripped up after he picks up about 3, maybe 4 as he gets up near the midfield stripe, and that should be the last play of the third quarter, with Griffin leading Taylorville by a score of 11-7. We'll be back with fourth and final quarter action right after this.
Dealers are loaded with new and used cars and trucks. We all know that when supplies are high, the dealers cut the prices and pass the savings on to the customer. If you've been thinking about a new or used car or truck, now is the time to buy. The First National Bank in Taylorville is providing a good rate of interest to the local dealers, and ask that you talk to them. Take their cash discount.
To right from the 49-yard line, their own 49, Humede wants to pass, looks out into the flat. Our man has slipped down, but recovered to make a hit. That was Ben Hamrick. It's going to be another first down into Taylorville territory. Had Ben not slipped down, I'm not sure that he might not have been up there to knock that one away, but he did recover in time to make the stop. But not until it's a first down for Griffin. And they've got the ball at the Taylorville 43-yard line. So Griffin trying to put a drive together now, have 3 consecutive first downs. Again, the tight end switches from left to the right side for Griffin. They're going to give to the tailback, and he is spun around and down at the 40-yard line. First man to hit him was Mike Flynn. Flynn hit him and spun him, but he managed to fall forward for 2, maybe 3 yards. Second down, about 7 coming up for Griffin from the Taylorville 40. Just underway in the fourth quarter, and it's just an 11-7 score. Turnover would certainly look nice here. The only time Griffin fumbled the ball, they were able to recover it themselves. That was early in the game on a great hit by Mike Flynn, put on the quarterback, Akram Humede. Humede goes with the I formation still in the backfield. Drops back, looking out to the left flat, and boy, nearly had that one tipped off. Jason Bacadutri came up, was the nearest man to that at about the 35-yard line. Not a very well thrown ball from the quarterback that's supposed to be leading the conference in those stats.
That's right.
So now it's a 3rd down and 7 from the Taylorville 40. And I just can't say enough about how well this Taylorville defense has played tonight. The only points given up by the defense were on a 2-yard sustained drive by Sacred Heart Griffin. Back to pass Humede. Forced out of the pocket, and then he's hit. Chris Warren got him, wrapped him up at the Taylorville 43-yard line. Good job by Chris Warren, Don Spears, They had him pinned in the pocket, got him for the sack, and it's going to bring up a 4th and 10. And once again, Sacred Heart Griffin will kick. Umede will be standing back at his 46-yard line. He'll get the kick away from about the midfield stripe and try to pin Taylorville deep once again. Pretty good snap. Here's the kick. Going to hit and roll down inside the 15 to about the 12-yard line. And boy, how many times have we started deep in our own territory? 10 minutes still to play in the ball game. About a 9-minute, 45-second drive for a touchdown by Taylorville would be nice, wouldn't it?
It really would. You stay close enough to win, you might get it in the, I can not believe how well, we're just doing a super job. What can you say?
So the Taylorville offense on the field, and they put together, 3 first downs in succession last drive before they had to kick it away. It'd be nice to get 2 or 3 here and get something going. Or break a big play. Jeb Odom calls the signals. He's going to give it to Derek Meadows straight ahead, and Derek's got some running room. He gets across the 15 to about the 16. Looks to be like a 4-yard pickup. Got 4 yards on the play, 2nd down and 6. Odom puts Hamrick wide to the near side. Flanker split wide to the right. Give to the tailback, Leach. He's trying to get to the outside. Leach with some running room. Gets to the corner, turns the corner. He's at the 40. He's at the 50. He cuts back into Griffin territory at the 30. At the 31-yard line. Well, we said a big play, and Mike Leach delivered for us. That was from our, about 17-yard line?
16 or 17-yard line.
To their 31.
With all the speed they had to catch him from behind.
Somewhere around a 52-yard run. Does that sound right?
That's right. That's right. About a 52-yard run.
Big play by Mike Leach. Beautiful play. Just under 9 minutes to go in the game, and Taylorville has it 1st and 10 at the 31 of Griffin. This is the direction we were moving when we scored our touchdown. Here's a give to Leach again. Come right back to him. And he hits inside the 30, spins off of one tackler, gets down around the 28. And boy, he doesn't go down with one hit.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. He's just done a super job. And a couple of times he broke out. But of course, Griffin has a lot of speed, and they did catch him from behind both times tonight.
It's kind of hard to go right back to the man that just carried it about 52 yards for you and ask him to carry it again on the next play. But
we don't have that many people on the sideline. We need to have a lot bigger sideline. He has to run it now.
I think Mike's going to take it every time you want to give it to him. 2nd down, about 7 from the 28 of Griffin. Back to pass goes Odom. He's a lot of time. He scrambles. He looks down the middle. Is busted up. The ball's in the air and falls incomplete.
I thought they were going to get it on.
Well, there was about 3 black shirts and only 1 white shirt when that ball was batted up in the air. Everybody was scrambling for it around the 15-yard line. Incomplete. 3rd down now and 7. He had plenty of time. Look for someone over the middle, and that's a tough place to throw. Now on 3rd down for the Tornadoes. 3rd and 7 from the 28. Under 8 minutes to go in the game. Jason Bacadutri is flanked to the near side this time. Going to run the option. They pitch it back to Leach, trying to get him to the corner, but there's no place to go. As Griffin's there this time, they turn it back in for a loss of a couple on the play. Loss of about 3 back to the 31-yard line, and it's going to be 4th down and 10.
What do you do here?
I was going to say, Coach, what do you do now?
Well, I don't know. They've rushed our punter so much, I'm a little concerned that maybe he might not get it away. But
we're going to go for it on 4th and 10. As long as we don't take a sack.
That's right. As long as we can just, I think it's probably a pretty good goal. Let's go for it. We're a big underdog. You got to go for it.
That's got the Griffin fans on their feet, urging their defense on. 4th down and 10 from the 31 of Griffin, coming up for the Tornadoes. They show blitz. Wanting to pass Odom. He double popped. He goes deep. He's got it in. Oh, knocked down. Knocked down at the goal line. It was underthrown about what, a yard?
Just a little bit. If he had let him just a little bit more, he would have had a touchdown.
Oh, man, it was Ben Hamrick who got behind his man. It was a double pump from Jeb Odom, and I mean, it fell not even a yard short, just a little bit more, and the Tornadoes had 6. Good call, great play, well executed. We just didn't complete it. Griffin had to make a great defensive play to hold, and they take over on downs at their 31. Now we need to fumble. Need to get the ball back for the offense. Here's the tailback over the left side. He's got a little bit. Ball's loose, but was it a fumble or did they blow it dead? I think Taylorville's got it.
Taylorville's got the ball.
Well, I think that's a break. I'm not sure that the ground didn't cause that fumble, but they've given it to Taylorville at the 30.
This would be the biggest upset in Taylorville history.
Taylorville ball at the 30-yard line of Griffin. Lots of time left, 6:51. First down and 10. Boy. Odom brings the offense back out.
Griffin's just stunned out there.
Odom calling the signals. The backs are split. Now they shift into the I. Meadows the fullback. Leach the tailback. Here's Leach on the give. Tries the right side. He stops right at the 30. Maybe a yard pickup. I'll tell you what, for the 2 leading passers in the conference, we haven't seen much out of them, really.
Not really. Not in tonight's game.
That last pass by Jeb Odom was the nearest thing to a passing highlight tonight. And it fell about a foot short of being a touchdown. Second down, 9 at the 30, just inside the 30-yard line of Griffin. Again, the shift into the I formation for Taylorville. They fake it to Leach. Back to pass. Odom's under a right. It's going to be blocked, thrown for a loss back to the 40-yard line.
That really hurt. Really hurt.
Yeah, that's the only problem that the young quarterback is having is knowing, when to get away from that sack and throw the ball away.
Yeah, being a sophomore, he's doing a heck of a job. But it was coming from the backside. No one picked him up, and boy, he just went right at him. Big play for Griffin.
Loss of 10 on the play. Third down and 20. We just don't want to do something silly here and put ourselves even worse off.
Still plenty of time to go in the ball game. We even have to punt the ball.
We're going to go out of the I formation. Or excuse me, out of the shotgun formation. Ooh, the snap was low, but coming up with it was Odom. He wants to pass. He's looking down the deep on the right side. Incomplete. There was a lot of contact, but no flags.
No flags, and it was a good pass, and there's just a lot of people there. I'd say we probably want to punt now.
Oh, yeah. Got to here.
Got to punt, Coach. Got to punt.
Plenty of time to try to get the ball back, especially as well as our defense has been playing tonight. Well,
we got a hurt man out there. Might give us a chance to...
Taylorville's going to take a timeout with 5:23 to play in the game.
Oh, okay.
Griffin 11, Taylorville 7. Back right after this.
Punt the ball.
Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5 p.m. Offers available for
Well, following the timeout by the Tornadoes with 5:23 left to play in the game, trailing 11-7. Let's see how the Tornadoes elect to play it. We're going to go for it on 4th down and 20 from the 40 of Griffin. Out of the shotgun. Calls for a big play here. It's a good snap. Back to pass goes Odom. He's under a big rush. He gets out of it. He's got some running room. He's going to throw deep, but there's nobody there. It's going to be incomplete down near the end zone. And Griffin's going to get the ball at their own 40. For a moment, it looked like he had a chance to run for some considerable yardage, but I don't think he was going to get to 20.
No, it was too much to try to make up the front of the ball.
So Griffin takes over, first down and 10 at their own 40 with 5 minutes and 14 seconds left to go in the ballgame. They lead Taylorville 11-7. Who made it? Calls the signals, gives to the tailback. He's got a hole up the middle. He breaks the tackle, and he may go all the way. Jason Bacadutry's got a chance down at the 20 and makes a great tackle at the 15. And now we've got a late flag. Someone, I'm afraid one of the Tornadoes took a cheap shot after the play, and that's going to be a shame if we put them down into scoring position like this again. And we've played so well up to this point. The flag came in very late. It's going to be a dead ball foul. Jason Bacadutry did a good job preventing the touchdown. It's a dead ball foul. Personal foul against the Tornadoes. Very uncalled for after a great ball game to this point by the Tornadoes to have a personal foul flag thrown at the 18-yard line. The play was stopped at the 15. And that didn't occur on the tackle, Don. It was just 2 players away from the ball.
Was it? I really didn't see it at all. Well, that's really a tough break, as we've talked about. We're really tired out there right now. Griffin's used numerous players against us, and they've got us, pretty well down. But my goodness, this has been a great game for the Tornadoes. I don't think you could say this is truly a loss.
Going to move the ball down to 8-yard line, it appears.
Well, they can't make a first down anyway. They got to score.
It's first and goal from the 8. Well, this is almost like another short drive, even though this one started at their 40. It was just one play that's taking them down now to the 8. Give to the tailback. He tries the right side, and he's going to go in for the score. Bill Lambert will get the touchdown.
Look how they're congratulating him. You'd think they just beat Notre Dame. Uh-oh, there's a penalty on the field. It'll be against the offense because of all that carrying on in the end zone.
Flag down in the backfield. They're having to help. They're bringing the tackle off the field, and a couple of players are giving him a good talking to. They're a little upset with their offensive tackle.
I wonder if that's on the touchdown, or was that on after the touchdown?
I didn't see it, Don, so I really don't know. We'll just have to wait for the signal. With the flags back there coming from the referee back at about the 10-yard line.
But that was a very late flag. I would wonder if...
I'm sure it had to do with this offensive
big
tackle.
78, and that 78 the big boy?
He's not real happy.
Well, it looks like maybe Taylorville will not get scored on that play. Let's wait and see.
Officials taking a lot of time getting this straightened out here. And I have the foggiest idea of what the call is going to be.
Well, they're talking to Taylorville, but I think they're going to decide whether the penalty comes after the score or before the score.
Got a personal foul against the offense. The player's ejected. Player is ejected. It's on the touchdown.
Touchdown, so that touchdown got called back.
Apparently, I don't see any signal.
No, sir, no touchdown. I just like to see us.
They are. They're lining up for an extra point.
Yeah, okay, it was a touchdown.
It would have to be a dead ball foul after the touchdown. So that's the way it's going to be. With 4:58 to go in the game, then they get the touchdown, 8-yard run.
What time left, Terry?
4:58. But then number 78 for Griffin, and I can't give you a name because we didn't get a program up here tonight, is ejected from the ball game. And Griffin now will try to add the extra point, which basically is going to be like a 35-yard field goal.
That might be good practice for him, because I don't believe it's going to make that big of a difference in this game, whether it's good or not.
Yeah, it's 2-touchdown lead right now. Kick is up.
No good.
No good. So the score remains 17-7. Griffin will be back right after this.
207 is stopped by Bob Riley, 4 Eagle Chrysler Plymouth in Taylorville, where they beat the competition daily. All prices plus tax, license, and title.
On the front.
Terry Wright and Don Anderson back with you once again as Griffin scored on an 8-yard run. The extra point was no good, making it 17-7 with 4:58 left to go in the ball game. And now the kickoff coming to the Tornadoes. And this kick is going to be taken on the near side at the 15, to the 20, the 25. Hit and piled up at about the 27 or 8-yard line.
A lot of piling in there, wasn't there? A lot of good hit.
Yeah, I think there's some frustration from both teams being shown right now.
Well, I think Griffin is a little ashamed of themselves, to tell you the truth. Not to say anything against our kids, but our kids have played great out there. They're a little ashamed of what's happened. I think Griffin is not going to call this a real win tonight. I just hope we can keep it down there to a score that tells you more about this game. Don't give them a cheap one.
From the 29-yard line, first down and 10 for the Tornadoes. Odom, wanting to pass, was trying to roll out, slipped and fell back at the 25-yard line. He tried to make a cut, just feet went out from under him. Loss of about 4 on the play, second down and 14. Tornadoes just managed the one drive for the touchdown to this point. Really, the only other drive they put together was about 3 first downs in succession before the drive stalled. Back to pass, rolling this side to this side. Caught and being thrown down. Jeb Odom. And I think, Don, you're right. It's just we're wore down physical.
Okay, I really think at this point, I think it's more of a victory if we can keep them out of the end zone again. And let's be truthful, we've played super out there. I don't want to see another touchdown against our football team. Then 15 years from now, it'll just show, well, just another game. But this is not just another game. This is probably the best football team in Central Illinois that we're playing tonight, or at least they think they're the best team in Central Illinois.
Ball is clear back now at the Taylorville 18-yard line. Third down and 21. Back to pass goes over. He's trying to set up a screen. We've got a flag down. Flag down and an incompletion, as the nearest man to that pass was Chris Warren, I think. As Mike Leach couldn't get out there in time to get to the screen, but we had a flag down before the pass.
This is where we need to have a lot more people on our football team, because our team has just played so super out there. They can hardly get back to the line of scrimmage.
Oh, now we've got a hold.
I would imagine they'll just wave that one off.
It would bring up a fourth down if they decline it. If not, it's going to be third and about 31. The holding is declined. That brings up fourth down. And Taylorville now will be forced to punt. .307 left to go in the game. Griffin leads it by 10, 17-7. Standing back inside his own 5 will be Joe Clevis. Pretty good snap. Joe gets away a good kick. It's going to hit out at about the 45 and checks up very close right there and rolls dead at about the 46-yard line. And that's where Sacred Heart Griffin will have it with 2:56 left to play. It's going to be interesting to see how Griffin approaches this.
Well, they're going to try to score a touchdown. They're embarrassed tonight. They're not wanting this to be a 17-7 game. So you better bet they're going to go for a touchdown.
And really, the 2 touchdowns they got were pretty much gifts.
Yeah. At least, you know, we didn't cover
the first one especially.
Yeah.
On first down and 10 from the Taylorville 46. Humede gives to the tailback, looks for a hole up the middle, and the Tornadoes stop it up pretty good. He gets a pickup down to about the 43-yard line. He might have 3 on the carry. Second down, and let's call it 7. Flynn given credit for the stop. From the 47-yard line now, 2:20 to go in the ball game. Mayday puts an in left, flanker to the right, give to the tailback. He's caught and dragged down. I think that's Matt Hart. I think I saw a 50 there. No, Richard Rare, number 60.
Well, I just hope we can keep him out of that end zone.
Be good to hold him right here on the 3rd down and a long 4 coming up for Griffin. Be nice to stop him right here, force him to punt one last time. Clock continuing to run now with 1:45 to go in the ball game. To Mayday, to the tailback. And we stop him about 2 yards short of the 1st down.
I would think they'd probably go on 4th down here.
Well, if they do, it'll help run the clock down more. It's at 1:30 and still going down. I think you're right. That's what it looks like they're going to do. 4th and about 2 facing Griffin.
We have to score twice, so I think this is a good call for Griffin.
And the best thing the Tornadoes can hope for now is that the clock continues to run too. And I believe we're going to give them the 1st down by jumping and breaking the neutral zone.
That's their 4th one. This came by penalty this time.
So they did get one 1st down on that long run a while ago.
Yeah, they did. That's right. I'm sorry.
We've got a 4th quarter score. Glenwood and Springfield. Springfield up 27-25. The final Southeast has defeated Lincoln 20-0. 1st down on the penalty.
This is where you find out that our players. I just noticed then that
Mike Leach
is just about dead out there.
He is tired.
This is where you show respect to a team by not trying to throw a touchdown pass on them.
The clock says 1:01, and I believe they'll start it moving as soon as it's set for play. Let's see. Following that penalty, do they?
No, there they go.
The clock is moving. 1st down and 10. Call it the Taylorville 32-yard line. 1st and 10. Long count. Mayday gives it to his tailback.
Oh, Lord.
He nearly breaks one, but he stopped over there around the 23, 24-yard line. Surely they're not calling a timeout.
No, I think they're moving the chains, aren't they?
No.
Who's called the timeout?
I don't know. I just saw him stop the clock.
Now they're telling them to go with it. Why'd they stop it at all?
I don't know.
They had no reason to stop the clock.
I don't know that they even have to get another play off. There's the signal to start the count at 32 seconds. This should be the last play of the game. As time's running out with Griffin leading 17-7. They're at the Taylorville 23-yard line, 24-yard line. Mayday, fumble. Ball's loose. I don't know who's got it.
I think Griffin has it.
I believe
that's the last play.
Clock's running with 10-9. Unless they stop to move the chains on the 1st down, it's all going to be over. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. It's all over here at Springfield Memorial Stadium. Springfield Griffin defeats the Taylorville Tornadoes by a score of 17-7.